Namaste. Welcome everyone to the meditation, Sahaj Yoga meditation, a special series, music and meditation. Why do we think about music with meditation? Because music is something which connects to our soul easily. It's easy for us to get into a meditative state with music. And today we have a special guest with us. His name is Shashwat. Shashwat, if you can come and introduce yourself. Shashwat is going to be playing music for us today when we do meditation. Shashwat, can you tell us about your music, the instrument you would be playing?
Absolutely. Thank you, Auntie Damini, for the introduction. So, yeah, I'm Shashwat and I will be playing the instrument called violin. So, you all are familiar with this instrument, and it's a Western instrument, but today I'll be playing it in an Indian style and playing some semi classical Indian devotional songs, which hopefully speak about seeking and which hope to be connected with this all pervading power which is within us. And hopefully, to, we all get into a state of meditation through this music. And today, I will also like to sing along with the violin playing and sing those songs so that hopefully you know the the lyrics help us get into that deeper state as well. So 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 glad
Oh,
to be here. Thank you, Auntie Damini. Looking forward.
thank you, thank you. That's awesome. Good to hear that. And I'm sure we will go deeper in our meditation today with music. We're going to start today. We will be covering the topic um, confidence. Let me share my screen with you guys. 1 second. And we have some people I recognize, but some, is anybody starting for the first time here today? You can write in chat if you want. Hello, hello, Shan. So looks like you are joining for the first time. So don't worry, we'll give you some introduction about meditation, what do we do here, and what is Sahaj Yoga meditation is all about. So as I discussed, as I told you, the topic we are doing is confidence. We even give a certificate if you're doing meditation with us. Just a little introduction about myself. My name is Damini. I've been practicing Sahaj Yoga for about 10 plus years now. And meditation has helped me get into that. It has changed the whole attitude. And I feel the changes in me. That's a big change. I do feel in my attitude, my reaction towards things. So it's great. Um, Sahaj Yoga meditation was started by Mataji Srimati Nirmala Devi. We call her Mother Mataji lovingly, and she started that in 1970. And Sahaj Yoga meditation is for the benefit of every person on the earth. It is a volunteer driven. It is free. It's not a business or a profession for any one of us. We all are volunteers here. So, what is meditation? Meditation is basically quietening our thoughts. If you have ever noticed, thoughts either come from the past or from the future. Present does not have any thoughts, and we are hardly in present. That's why we are thinking all the time. Sometimes we think about past. Why did that happen? Sometimes we worry about future. Oh, this is going to be what's going to happen, or how do I plan for that, or anything. So we hardly think about present, like we don't enjoy the present. And meditation helps us to come in balance and bring us into present. Sahaj Yoga meditation, we follow basic things taught by our loving mother. Our subtle system in our spinal cord has 7 energy centers, 3 channels, and mother energy. So I show you here in this diagram here. This is mother energy here in the 3.5 coil. And these are 3 channels, 1, 2, and 3, left, right, and the central. And these are the centers, also known as chakras in Hindi. So left channel tells us about our past, our emotional being, and right tells us about more about futuristic, more about action we take, and left also tells about the desire. So when we desire, it comes from the left side, and when we take action on that, it comes from the right side. And like anything else, like, you need balance to be running. If you are riding a bike, you need a balance. If you're running a household, you need a balance. Similarly, if we are out of balance here in our subtle system, we feel that. And when meditation brings us into the center, not leaning towards any of these channels, and we are being centered with the meditation, it invokes our mother energy, which resides in a triangular bone called sacrum bone, and it starts getting awakened, and it passes through these centers and connects us to the all-pervading power around us. A little bit more about this thing, channels. So when we do our affirmation, when we will start doing, this is just a theoretical part we are discussing. When we do the meditation, we will do some affirmation. We try to do that with full heart. Means like you say that with the heart. And when we see that these chakras, when we meditate, these chakras start getting clear. We start imbibing the qualities of these chakras. So every chakra, has qualities, and when awakened, when cleansed with our mother Kundalini rising, it starts manifesting in us. That is what brings changes in the people. People's feel changes, like, oh, I'm meditating, I'm feeling more peaceful, I'm more joyful, and all of a sudden started something being very creative. So these things happen because, yes, the chakras and their quality starts showing up. So coming back to our topic today, confidence. So if you hear the word confidence, it comes something from like, your hand goes like, oh, I'm confident, right? So this is associated with our heart chakra. One chakra, which is here, that is heart chakra. So just what is experience of confidence? When you took your first step and you were not afraid of tripping and falling, I'm not going to read everything, don't worry about it. So it's just like something you do with confidence and you're not thinking too much about that. It's coming more spontaneous. So like a child, it's not worried about anything, just doing what they want. So that's the confidence. So confidence plus innocence in that. So that is the confidence. It's not something you're really preparing to become something, but it starts coming in you. Confidence is an inner strength when you start believing in yourself. And it starts happening with the meditation. Fourth chakra, as I told you, we go from here, first, second, third, and fourth chakra is heart chakra. All the chakras are associated with some elements. Our body, all around us, are elements present, and the heart chakra is associated with air element. We feel secure from here, we feel confident, we feel loved, and all the compassion, all we feel in our heart. So how do we, what happens, why the heart chakra is not balanced and we are not feeling secure and confident? That means something is blocking our heart chakra, right? But what? When we are thinking too much about our possessions, when we are, I mean, it's in this world nowadays, everybody is taught that, oh, you have to win, right? Losing is a bad idea. We have to compete. Jealousy, possessiveness, all these things, aggression can bring our heart chakra blocked or heart chakra not manifesting in its full form. Trying to conform to expectation generate insecurity and destroys self-confidence. So we are doing something which we think is good for people, not thinking about our own upliftment. That's what brings the heart chakra out of balance. What can we do? In the meditation, we will do that, but here we're just going to read it. So as I told you, it's connected with air element. So we use breath, first of all. We always start meditation with taking deep breathing, deep breathing for some time. That helps us to come inwards. But we are so used to listening things from outside. So we hardly look into ourselves. So when we start breathing and start looking at our breathing, concentrating on our breathing first, then our attention comes inward. So for this, we will do the same thing. Take a deep breath, hold it for some time, and very slowly breathe out. We can repeat a couple of times. And then, as we've discussed, left channel, right channel, center channel. So we have to balance left, right, and center again. So for left, we can place our right hand on the physical heart, like here, and say the affirmation, I'm pure spirit. Please make my heart clean and full of good love. And one, place your right hand in the center for the chest and say affirmation, please remove all my fears and insecurities and let me be fearless person. This is for the left side. And we can put left hand on the right side of the chest and say, please keep my action positive and my lifestyle appropriate and ideal in that affirmation. So every chakra has its left aspect and a right aspect. In a spirit, in a spiritual way, in a we all know that heart is in the left. But when we talk about chakra, that then we have a left aspect of that and right aspect of that. So when we do meditation, we do affirmation, we try to do both sides here. So left is basically connected with our love, compassion, and fear. So whatever fear we have because of insecurities, some job insecurities, sometimes family things, or whatever brings us fearing that blocks our left channel. So we will clear our left side of the heart, and we also will do for the right. The right side happens because we sometimes think we are responsible for this. We are responsible for a lot of things which we are actually not. If you see, there is like all-pervading power which is guiding us to do a lot of things, but we take that responsibility. Oh, I did it. When we start delegating that thing to the pervading power, that you're the doer, you're the enjoyer. So we start getting more and more calmer in our heart. We'll do that with our meditation. So let's meditate. Once we are done with meditation, Shashwat will continue from there with music, and we'll do that. Let's slowly close our eyes. Let's bring our attention on our breathing. Take a deep breath. Let's put our right hand on our heart. We address our own Mother Kundalini, our Mother energy, which is residing within us. Mother, I want to be connected to my true self. Let me be one with my spirit. Let's bring that hand below our rib cage and ask Mother Energy, Mother Kundalini, please let me experience peace within me. Let's bring our hand at the joint of our leg in the body. Mother, please soothe my attention. Let's bring our hand back in our heart. Mother, please remove all my fears, insecurities. Let's say, Mother, I am the spirit. Without any doubt, with full conviction, let's say, Mother, I am a pure spirit. Let's take our right hand on the back of our neck, left side of the neck. You tilt our neck towards right. You will say, Mother, I'm not guilty of anything. I am not guilty at all. Take our right hand on our forehead. Let's, Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. Without thinking about anything in particular, let's forgive all. Let's take our hand on top of our head. With a gentle pressure of our hand, we will rotate our limbic area. Gentle pressure of our palm clockwise. Let's move it. Means say, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Mother, let me know my true self. Let's bring both our hands on our lap, attention on top of our head. Let's observe for a few seconds. Let's bring our right hand on our left heart. We can keep the tension either on top of our head or on the left side of our heart, where the hand is. Again, let's connect with our breathing. Mother Kundalini, please remove all my insecurities. Mother, please remove all my fears. Make me a confident person. Let's take a deep breath in, and while exhaling, let's try to throw our insecurities without thinking anything in particular. We will throw away, let that go out of our system, any fear. And with the next breath in, let's say, Mother, I am a fearless spirit. Mother, I am a fearless spirit. Let all the insecurity, fears, let's breathe them out. Again, breathe in. Mother, I am a fearless, pure spirit. With the next breathe in, next inhale, let's fill our hearts with love. Love of the divine. Again, next breathe, next inhale. Mother, I am love. Inhale, saying, Mother, I am loved. Exhale. I am confident. We can bring our hands in our lap and continue attention on the heart, left heart. Let's try to become thoughtless for next minute. Now let's bring our left hand on our right heart, right side. Left hand stays open in the lap. Where you say, Mother, O Mother Kundalini, you are the true responsibility within me. You are the doer. You are the enjoyer. Then let's become thoughtless. Attention on the right side. Let's bring our left hand back in the lap and right hand on the central heart, where you hear your heartbeat when you're running or you're scared. Keep your right hand there and say, Mother, I am a confident person. Mother, I am a fearless person. I am a pure spirit. That is our true identity. You can keep both the hands on the lap. Keep the attention slowly from heart to the top of our head, little above head. You will just observe during this meditation. Shashwat is going to play some music now, and you just can keep your attention on top of your head. You can raise your attention above 2 inches above if you want. You can bring it back. Let's try to become thoughtless and enjoy the music.
So let us all stay in the state if we can, and just with our attention absolutely relaxed. Let's enjoy the music. So I will be singing some devotional songs along with violin. The first one is about innocence, cherishing the innocence and worshipping the deity of innocence and just cherishing the quality of innocence which brings joy and auspiciousness and wisdom. तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला है मूषक वाहन तेरो तू ही जग का रखवाला तेरी सुंदर मूरत मन में मन मंदिर कान्ही यारा, तेरे नाम से हो जियारा। तेरे नाम की जोत जली तो मन में बहती सुख धारा। तेरो सुमिरन हर पूजन में, ये तेरो सुमिरन हर पूजन में। सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरे नाम को जिसने ध्याया, उस पर रहती सुख छाया। मेरे रोम रोम अंतर में एक तेरा रूप समाया। तेरी महिमा तू ही जाने, शिव पार्वती के बालक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक। Thank you. Now, since the topic of today is confidence, and self-confidence and eliminating all fears from within us. So the next song is about, you know, when you have faith in God, when you have confidence in yourself, and when you're connected to that all-pervading power, what is there to fear? So those are what the lyrics mean of the following song, and maybe I can read out a little bit what they mean. So they go like this: that when we belong to God, what is there to fear? The person who believes in God, has faith in the God, who is connected to the God, he forgets everything in divinity. He becomes completely lost in God, and and the world is grateful to him for his blessings because he's such an asset to the whole world. But he himself doesn't belong to the world because he's completely detached. And he may be without any outward wealth, but the real treasure of wealth is inside himself. And he's so powerful. His faith gives him so much power that all the diseases and problems get completely dissolved. And where he puts the feet, all the diseases and problems can get resolved. He can actually, through his faith, through his love, and through his confidence, you know, get rid of all the diseases and problems. So when one believes in God, what is there to fear? So that's what the next song is about. भयकायतया प्रभुजाचा रे, भयकायतया प्रभुजाचा रे. सर्व विसरली प्रभुमय झाली, सर्व विसरली प्रभुमय झाली. पूर्ण जयाची वाचा रे, पूर्ण जयाची जगताचा रे. जगत विचरे उपकारास्तव, जगत विचरे उपकारास्तव. जगत विचरे उपकारास्तव, परिणच जो जगताचा रे. इति निर्धन परसृजयाचा, इति निर्धन परसृजयाचा. सर्वधनाचा साचा रे. पायाशा पुरुषाचा रे पायाशा पुरुषाचा रे भय काय तया प्रभु जाचा रे भय काय तया प्रभु जाचा रे. Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice. You were feeling as if the violin was also speaking instead of playing there. It's very nice. Very nice. So Shashwat, how long you been playing?
So I've been playing for about 3.5 years, the violin. Um, I mean, I started learning the violin 3.5 years ago, but I had some exposure to Indian classical music and a little bit of singing, and I'd learned tabla as well, so all that helped to pick up.
Very good, amazing. We can open it for everyone. If you have any question for Shashwat, feel free to unmute yourself and you can ask at this point. I thoroughly enjoyed. I was like, not so in between. Sometimes I was feeling like, oh, I can sing with that too. Like, it's like there's a word called in Hindi like masti, right? So I can't think of the English word of that. So like I was in full enjoyment, full joy.
I mean, the songs are so beautiful and the lyrics are so enchanting that, one can have that, one can achieve that state just listening to such beautiful
Correct.
renditions.
Music is you can say it can make our experience shorter, like reaching there on that experience shorter, right? Instead of sometimes we are not able to put our attention, but music can really help.
Absolutely. So I use that every time I sing, every time when I can't, get into thoughtless awareness, uh, just like that. So that's like my every time go-to tool
Correct.
for getting that state.
Very nice. And for everyone else also, like whenever you feel like your attention is not where you want it to be, you can start singing something devotional with your heart, or start listening to music, or sometimes mantras can help you. Some of you are already aware of some mantras we have taught, and you can use all of that for meditation.
Yeah.
So I keep talking, but is there any question from anyone?
We have a lot of good comments. Do you want to go ahead and read, Damini Didi?
Yes, I think. Okay, so so a very well. Thank you so much for this wonderful music and meditation. Estella says that. Estella, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ashrit says, thank you so much again, Damini, for the pretty meditation, and Shashwat for the lovely violin music and singing. So beautiful to hear. Thank you, Ashrit. Namaste. Thank you for the meditation. Nita says, Ashrit again, it as if the violin is saying the words. You're right. Singing the music fits perfectly. Mother energy came to my brain and my heart. Very good, very good. yeah, the whole time I was feeling, like on top of my head. Thank you so much for such beautiful melody. Nika, thank you so much, Nika. I'm glad you liked it. Ashrit, welcome new seekers. Ashrit is our regular here. And Meera says, I was not prepared to like semi-classical Indian music as much as I did. That was glorious. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Meera. Classical music is really, really, good, um, because it's very soothing. Yeah. Shashwat, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for all those beautiful comments. And, yeah, so music has no language, right? Even though the words were in maybe Hindi or Marathi, which all of us may not be aware, but the language of music is universal. So one can enjoy any kind of music, even though like they are not, familiar with the lyrics. And particularly Indian classical music has that charm that, it's so much universally acclaimed because of its quality to give that soothing feeling and emit vibrations. So and
Thank you.
another thing I would say is that I was not so confident before, but after the meditation
Feel
and singing
confident.
the song of confidence and listening to all these comments and blessings